friends, in our previous video we discussed about the block diagram of communication system. Okay, so communication is process of passing information from transmitter to receiver. Okay, so for that transmission of information, here we using two antennas. One is transmitting antenna and another one is receiving antenna. Okay, so the transmitting antenna will transmit the signal into the communication channel. Here the communication channel is free space. Okay, so the medium is here the air. Okay, so that whenever the signal is entered into the free space, it converted into electromagnetic wave. Okay, so the information converted into electromagnetic wave. Okay, so that will be received by our receiver. Okay, so signals will carry or information. Okay, so that signals are classified into two types, analog and digital. Okay, here our information is human generated information, that is voice, computer data, code, image or sounds. Okay, so those are directed information. Okay, so that is called, these signals or baseband signals or our message signal or information signal. Okay, so the range of this sound signals is from 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz. Okay, so this is low frequency range of signals. Okay, so that is, these signals, human generated signals, are low frequency signal. Okay, so that low frequency signal are incompatible, not able to transmit for the longer distances. Here the transmitter will transmit the signal into the free space. There is a chance to add up noise to the original signal. Okay, so then the signal is weaked. That weak signal is received by the receiving antenna and given to the receiver. Okay, so here our original signal is having low frequency. That low frequency signal are not to transmit for the longer distances. For transmitting for the longer distances, this low frequency signal, here we using modulation technique. To carry our original signal or message signal for the longer distances, here we using high weighted signal. That high weighted signal is called carrier signal or dummy signal. The adding of high weighted signal to our original signal or information signal is modulation. In technically, the characteristics of carrier signal is varying with respect to the modulating signal is modulation. Every signal, either sinusoidal or pulse signal, having the three characteristics. Okay, so for the sinusoidal signal we having amplitude, frequency, phase. For the pulse, amplitude, position, width. Okay, so the characteristics of carrier signal, that is high frequency signal, is varied with respect to modulating signal is modulation. Okay, so here modulating signal is or information signal or message signal or baseband signal. Okay, so high frequency signal is carrier signal or dummy signal. Okay, so for the longer distance transmission of our low frequency signal, here we using carrier signal, that is dummy signal, just for carrying of our information for the longer distance. Here we using the carrier signal. Okay, so our message signal characteristics will not change, only high frequency signal, that is carrier signal characteristics will be changed in the modulation process. Okay, so based on the characteristics changes, the modulations are classified into continuous and discrete modulation techniques. Okay, so that will be discussed in the next class. First, what are the advantages of modulation? What is the need for modulation? Okay, so first one is it reduces the height of antenna. Okay, so for transmitting of our information from transmitter to receiver, here we using transmitting antenna and receiving antenna. Okay, so here we using the two antennas for the transmitting and receiving of our information. Okay, so the height of the antenna will depends on the wavelength of modulating signal. Wavelength of modulating signal, that is lambda. Okay, so that is h is equal to lambda 1/4 of wavelength of the our modulating signal. Okay, so the wavelength is depends on the frequency frequency of modulating signal, that is lambda is equal to c by f. Okay, so where c is velocity of light, the value of velocity of light is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Okay, so here height and frequency both are inversely proportional to each other. Okay, that is frequency is low, then height of the antenna is high. Frequency is high, the height of the antenna is low. Okay, so here our modulating signals are very low frequency signal. For example, here I take f is equal to 15 kilohertz frequency message signal. Okay, so I want transmit this frequency signal to receiver. Okay, so for this, what is the height of antenna? Okay, so h is equal to c by 4 into f. Okay, so that is 3 into 10 power 8 by 4 into 15 into 10 cube. Okay, so here by solving this we get the height is equal to 5000 meters. Okay, so this height of the antenna is not predictable. Okay, so practically it is not possible. Okay, so that means low frequency signal transmission, we required height of the antenna is very much. Okay, so for the high frequency signal, okay, so here I take the frequency f is equal to 1 megahertz. Okay, so by modulation we can add the high frequency signal to the or information signal for carrying purpose. Okay, so then the frequency range is increased. Okay, so here I take the 1 megahertz frequency, that is or modulated signal. Okay, so then frequency equal to 1 megahertz, the height of the antenna is calculated, that is h is equal to c by 4 into f, where c is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second and f is 4 into 1 into 10 power 6. By solving this we get the height of antenna is equal to 75 meters. So this is practical. Okay, so this is practical. Here f is low, height of the antenna is high. Okay, so f is high, height of the antenna is low. Okay, so by the modulation process we can reduce the height of the antenna. Second advantage of modulation is avoid mixing of signals. Here different sources will generate the different signals. Okay, so that signals are passing through the communication channels, there is a chance of mixing. Okay, so to avoid that mixing of signals, here we using the modulation. Modulation will increase the range of frequency range is increased. Okay, so based on the carrier frequency, the electromagnetic spectrum is divided into channels. Okay, so that channels having the particular frequency range, that is bandwidth. Okay, so that is called channel bandwidth. Okay, so different channels are allocated to different signals. Okay, so the particular signal is transmitted through particular channel. Okay, so at the receiver side, by the tuning process we can receive the corresponding signal. Okay, so in that way we can avoid the mixing of signals by using modulation process. Okay, so third advantage is increase the range of frequencies. Okay, so low frequency signals will transmit for low distances. Okay, so shorter distances low frequency signals will be transmitted or radiated. Okay, so that means the radiation for the low frequency signal is very poor. Okay, so by the modulation we can increase the frequency range, that means the signals are converted into high frequency. Okay, so then they highly radiated. Okay, so that means due to modulation technique the distance is increased. Okay, so next, third advantage is allows multiplexing of signals. So multiplexing in the sense 2 or more signals are transmitted through a single channel. Okay, so at the receiver side, by the tuning process, receiver will receive the particular signal. Okay, so best example is telephone channels. Okay, so through the baseband, through the station will send the all the channels at a time simultaneously. Okay, so at the receiver side, by the tuning we can select the our desired channels. Okay, so that means by using the modulation we can transmit the more number of signals at a time using single channel. Okay, so next advantage is improve the quality of reception. Here, due to modulation, the noise affected in the free space is reduced. Okay, so noise affected is reduced, then signal not attenuated. Okay, so that means particular reception is done. That means the quality of reception is increased. Okay, so next advantage is allows adjustments in the bandwidth. For the low frequency signals require low bandwidth, high frequency signals require high bandwidth. Okay, so the modulated signal, okay, so modulated signal bandwidth is adjusted based on the bandwidth of the message signal. Okay, so for the message signal is low frequency signal, then low bandwidth is required. Okay, so for high frequency modulating signal required high bandwidth. Okay, so that means the modulated signal bandwidth is adjusted by the message signal bandwidth.